A girl loves to play the game of faces, but we love playing trivia even more. So to the over 354,000 of you ready to see if you can win this thing, let's go. We're going for 15, but we got to start at Q1. Here it is. What language does Taylor Swift speak at the start of her brand new video, For Me? French, Klingon, or Ancient Greek? Anyone catch that new music video? It's very poppy, very Lisa Frank, all the colors, right? Well, take a look at the beginning.
Nos filles en plus.
Calme-toi, s'il te plaît.
Je suis calme.
Why is she speaking another language? Je ne sais pas! That's, I don't know, in French. But French is indeed what she is speaking. 265,724 of you knew that one. Comment allez-vous to the rest of you, huh? Taylor Swift speaks French, and so do I. Ha ha. No, I only know a phrase or two. Chocolat bleu! Before we move on, you want to pick up an extra life because this game is going to get difficult. We are giving away $5,000 tonight. You're earning points. You want to stay in this thing as long as you can, right? So pick up that extra life now. It improves your chances of winning, and I'm all about the good odds. All right, Q2 coming at you. What film series is this famous line from? Listen up. What film series is this famous line from? You're gonna see a video, you're gonna hear a line in just a second. Here it is.
Precious.
What was that from? Very startling. What film series was that famous line from? It might be your favorite line. Was it The Hunger Games, Star Wars, or The Lord of the Rings? Have you seen it? Have you watched the series? Ah, yeah. Well, of course, that one came from the original books, but it was heavily amplified at the start of the millennium when the blockbuster film trilogy breathed new life and fandom into Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is the answer here. 35,653 of you must love Lord of the Rings, but man, is that a savage question if I've ever seen it. Knocking out so many people here. I hope you have your free passes. I hope you have your extra lives. Man, all right, film series. What's your favorite? Drop it in the chat right now. I'm a Gambino, of course. I love the Godfather series. Q3, coming at ya. What fruit are prunes made from? Plums, persimmons, or peaches? You know, sometimes you can create a whole new fruit just by drying up another fruit. But it doesn't work all the time because, you know, if you dry out apples, you just have dried out apples, and that's a little weird. Grapes turn into raisins, and plums then turn into prunes. Plums is your answer here at Q3. 254,319 of you getting that one right. I like to see you utilizing those free passes and those extra lives because we're still in the kind of easy range. Questions are only getting tougher as we go. Q4, here it is. What word can mean either a location or to see? Spot, regard, or locale? A location or to see? Well, you can give your regards to a friend at a certain locale, but you can't locale a regard. At least I don't think you can. But you can definitely spot a spot on the spot. Ah, the one to tap here was spot. 217,548 of you were quick to spot that answer on this one, and you're gonna need those quick hand-eye coordination skills if you wanna win this one. Q5. Which rapper does not share a verse with the other two in the Usher song, Yeah? Ludacris, Lil Jon, or Diddy? Okay! Not as good as Lil Jon, but I had to throw it out there. How big of a deal was this song? Remember it? Oh yeah, I love that one. It was on Usher's blockbuster Confessions album, and it, not Confessions Part 2, was the lead single. No wonder why he called in the heavy artillery like Lil Jon and Luda. But Diddy wasn't on this committee here. No matter how you call it, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs, 185,655 of you knew that one. I just like calling him Puff. I think that's the OG 90s Puff. I like it. Q6. Here we go. Which of these is part of human anatomy? Cloaca, thorax, or fluke? Telling me one of these weird sounding things is in my human body? Not on my watch, I guess. Birds and lizards have a cloaca, but not so many mammals and 0 humans. Good, because that was the weirdest sounding one. And flukes are just for dolphins, porpoises, and whales, but your chest area is also called the thorax. Thorax, of course, not the lorax. 197,152 of you know a little bit about the human anatomy. I like it. A little Grey's action, that's where I get all of mine from, or WebMD. And they say don't do that. Q7, which alloy is mostly composed of tin? Pewter, Electrum, or bronze? Shout out to all the moms packing lunches out there, still calling it tin foil. It is aluminum foil. I know, I still write it on my, grocery list. But there's usually tin and bronze, but mostly, no, the base is always copper, and Electrum's a mix of gold and silver. You're probably better off with economical pewter. Pewter is mostly composed of tin. 133,861 of you getting that one right. Pewter, go for it. Instead of like your silver, your platinum, it doesn't rust, it doesn't tarnish. It's probably a lot cheaper, just saying. Don't tell your girlfriends if you're planning on proposing. Q8, which Ivy League university is farthest south? Princeton, Columbia, or Penn? Shout out right now if you're from any of these 3 states. Hello, tri-state area. I like it. The league, and I'm talking about the Ivy League, stretches as far north as Dartmouth and as far east as Harvard. But you've hit Ivy League bedrock if you journey as far south as Philadelphia and to the University of Pennsylvania. UPenn is the answer here. 70,018 of you know your Ivy League schools. I love it. Knocking out so many here, over 70,000 at Q8. I love UPenn, founded by my favorite founding father, good old Benjamin Franklin. Q9, what classic novel's author shares their name with the restaurant over the bar on the TV show Cheers, Little Women, Civil Disobedience, or Moby Dick? I told you there might be a Cheers question tonight. I wasn't just singing the theme song because it's great, because it is great. Listen, named Melvilles, a la Herman Melville, the writer of Moby Dick, we often saw characters going to have dinner at the restaurant, but only saw the actual interior in the series finale. Moby Dick, yes, named after the writer of Moby Dick. 35,093 of you want to go where everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came. And you know who that is? That's me. I'm glad you came here right now, and I'm glad you made it this far, but you got a ways to go. Q10, who was not a villain on the 1960s Batman TV series? The Pied Piper, the Bookworm, or the Puzzler? Wow, two TV themes. Batman. We loved the old Adam West, Burt Ward. Those were the days, right? Zam! Pow! Kabloom! Loved it. Roddy McDowell played the Bookworm in a 1966 two-parter. And when Frank Gorshin quit playing the Riddler, in came Maurice Evans as the Puzzler. But Pied Piper is the Flash's enemy. The Pied Piper. Holy hole in a donut, Batman! The Pied Piper, 14,662 of you getting that one right, knocking out over 25,000 of you here at Q10. Oh man, we got 5 questions left. Can you hang with me to the finish? Q11, which of these countries is not currently considered a Commonwealth realm? Grenada, Belize, or Guyana? Talking Commonwealth realms. Which is, which isn't? Well, Grenada and Belize are both part of the Commonwealth realm, which means Queen Elizabeth is the constitutional monarch and head of state. Guyana became independent in 1966. Oh yeah, Guyana, praising your independence in 1966. 6,475 of you getting this one right, knocking out over 11,000 of you here at Q11. This isn't the last one coming up. We got a couple more to go. We're going to 15 tonight. Here's 12. Which of these musicals won the Tony Award for Best Musical most recently? My Fair Lady, The Music Man, The Sound of Music. The 2019 Tony nominations will be announced next week, April 30th. Where are all my theater geeks at? My Fair Lady won the Tony in 1957. The Music Man won in 1958. And The Sound of Music won in 1960 with our favorite tuneful, Julie Andrews, showing you how it's done.
Doe, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun.
Me, a name I call myself. The Sound of Music is the answer here. Was I the only one that had to sing that in middle school chorus? 2,667 of you getting that one right. Drop your favorite musical in the chat right now. I don't know what mine would be. Maybe 42nd Street. I love it. Q13. The Olympic Games, boycotted by dozens of African nations, were held where? Mexico City, Montreal, or Berlin? All right, gonna give you a little history lesson. Here's the scoop. New Zealand's rugby team toured South Africa despite their apartheid regime. The Olympic Committee refused to ban New Zealand from the Games, so half of Africa skipped the 1976 Games in Montreal. Montreal was the city. They banded together and skipped it. 868 of you getting this right. Gab says we're calling it. It's a savage question here at Q13. Oh man, knocking out so many players here. We're all looking forward to the next Olympic Games, right? Tokyo 2020. For now, we got 2 questions left. Q14. Which of these is a derivative of a substance used to treat psoriasis? Freon, saccharin, or lanolin? Which is it? 2 to go. Saccharin, aka a little sweet and low in the coffee, right, was first produced in 1878 by a chemist working on coal tar derivatives at Johns Hopkins University. After working with his compounds all day, he discovered that his hand tasted sweet because he licked his hand, or maybe he was treating his psoriasis. We don't know, but saccharin is the answer here, used to treat psoriasis. 256 of you getting that one right. Oh, wow, I love to see these low numbers going all the way to the final question. You worked so hard. Questions 1 through 14, you nailed it. But what you need to do now is tap the right answer when it counts the most to take home that cash. Can you do it? Let's find out. Q15. Who composed the musical passage heard at the start of the arcade game Mario Brothers? Tchaikovsky, Mozart, or Beethoven? This is when it matters most. Non-Super Mario Brothers is full of Nintendo history. The first game where Mario was a plumber, an ultra-rare arcade appearance for Luigi, and here's how it kicked off with the start of this. That's called Eine kleine Nachtmusik by none other than Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart is the answer here. 95 of you got that one right, and congratulations, you're our new winners. Oh yeah, 95 winners. What did I say when we started this game? It's Friday night and you just got paid. Now I'm not lying, you did, because it looks like you are all taking home a sweet prize of $52.63. I don't even want to tell you how many salted pretzels that could get you. At least 10. minus the spicy mustard, if that's your deal or not. $52.63. Amazing work. Congrats to all of our winners. You absolutely earned this. Nothing better than some unexpected cash to kickstart the weekend, right? Hey, stick around for Words. It's coming up next with my girl, Anna. I'll be back next week for HQ Sports on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's every Monday and every Wednesday. The NFL draft last night, of course, was wild, or should I say the New York Giants? Their choices were wild. So we'll definitely be talking about that. I'm Lauren Gambino. I'll see you next time. Happy Orthodox Easter to all of those who celebrate. And good night, everyone.